Welcome back, first graders. Do you have your paper from yesterday? If you don't, you can get another one. They're just folded in half. You should have them in your brown bag. However, you should be keeping track and doing one on one side and one on the other, because then you're going to be going through a lot of paper if you're not keeping it. So if you have it from yesterday and you're using the other side, give yourself a pat on the back. Way to be organized and putting your papers all in the right spot. Okay, my friends, we are going to start with the sound that says ch. It has 3 letters and says ch. Say it with me. Ch. Go ahead and write it. Ch. Ch. So hopefully you're writing a tall T. Remember that the crossbar's right on the dotted line. C, starting at 2 o'clock, around the clock to 2. H starts from the top, go back up and around the clock. TCH says ch. TCH says ch. Ooh, that crossbar is a little bit underneath the dotted line there. During phonics, I'd like to try and do my best handwriting if I can. So I'm going to cross that off and try again. No big deal. Ch. TCH says ch. And once again, we learned this yesterday, that because there are 3 letters in this sound, that you can probably only do it 3 times if you're making your letters fat enough, which we want them to definitely be nice and fat. All right, if you are not to the end of the line, that's okay. Go ahead and push pause. If you are to the end of the line, the next sound is shh. Say it with me. Shh. Go ahead and write it. Shh. Okay, so remember, we haven't done S's in a while. They start at 2 o'clock. You go over the top of the clock, diagonal around the bottom of the clock, and you have to fit all of that in between the dotted line and the baseline. And then we have our H that we practiced above. Nice and big. I can fit a clock inside of that. Finger space. Shh. And an H. Finger space. Shh. And an H. Yeah, that H was a little bit skinny, I think. So I'm going to focus on making sure my H's are kind of fat. You know what I mean? All right, my friends, if you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause. If you are to the end of the line, our next sound is ya, I, E. Go ahead and say it with me. Ya, I, E. Go ahead and write it. Ya, I, E. Which sound or which letter says ya, I, E? It's a Y. Coming down to the baseline, and through to the next line. Making sure they both touch each other right there on that baseline. Ya, I, E. 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 All right. If you are not done with this line, go ahead and push pause. If you are done with this line, the next sound is E, A. Say it with me. E, A. Go ahead and write it. E, A. What 2 letters say E, A? I know. E with a point. E also says A, and then the last sound is A. E, A. Making sure that A is nice and fat. Finger space. E with a point. A. E, A. E, A. And I can't fit another one there with a finger space because it'll be too squishy. So I'm done there. E, A. If you are not to the end of the line, go ahead and push pause and finish. Alrighty, if you are done, our next sound is ch, k, sh. Say it with me. Ch, k, sh. Go ahead and write it. Ch, k, sh. What sound says ch, k, sh? All right, that is our CH. Making sure our C starts at 2 o'clock, around the clock, stopping at 4. H, pull straight down, up and over the clock. I can fit a clock letter in there. Finger space. Ch, k, sh. Ch, k, sh. Ch, k, sh. Alrighty, my friends, if you are not at the end of the line, don't worry. Go ahead and push pause and finish. If you are at the end of the line, our next sound is ooh, Say it with me. Ooh, Go ahead and write it. Ooh, That's right. That's our double O. Double clocks. Make sure they're nice and fat. They should look exactly the same. Touching that dotted line, touching the baseline, and we say ooh, Ooh, Oh, that one's hanging down a little bit, Miss Grakowski. Let's try that again. Ooh, Ooh, All right, my friends. If you are not done with that line, no worries. Go ahead and push pause. If you are done with that line, our last sound for today is ed, d, t. Say it with me. Ed, d, t. Go ahead and write it. It's 2 letters that say ed, d, t. Ed, d, t. I know. That is my E, D. Making sure my E starts in between the dotted line and the baseline, and I have that point. My D starts at 2 o'clock, around the clock, up to the top line, down to the baseline. And I say ed, d, t. Ed, d, t. Ed, d, t. Ed, d, t. Alrighty, my friends, if you are not to the end of the line, don't worry. Go ahead and push pause. If you are to the end of the line, we are going to start with our words. We're going to write 2 of our spelling words today. So we once again are working on the O-O. The O-O says ooh, and the second sound is We're actually working on that second sound. So most of your spelling words this week have that sound, like someone punches you right in the gut. Right? Hopefully that would never happen to you. That would be really bad. So the words that we are going to work on today, the first one is hood. When it's cold outside or when it's raining outside, I put my hood on my head. Hood. Get your fist up and finger spell with me. D. Let's look at that again. D. So use In the middle, we have 2 letters that say ooh, and then we have a d. Go ahead and try and write it on your own. D. Hood. All right, let's see. You should have written H. Make sure you can fit a clock in there. So I have my ooh, and remember, that's the second sound. Just for phonics, we can tell everyone that's the second sound. The first one would be ooh, that would be hood. You don't put your hood on your head, you put your hood on your head. And we have d. Hood. If you wrote H-O-O-D, give yourself a star or a smiley. If not, go ahead and write hood correctly now, and we'll practice it again later. All right. The next word that we're going to write actually rhymes with this one. What that means, if it rhymes with this one, that means it sounds the same, and the last 3 or so letters will be the same. So this next one, here's a free answer. It's going to say O-O-D. All right. This is the word wood. Not would you like a slice of pizza? Nope, nope, nope. Not that one. Wood, like can you chop the wood? Can you put the wood in the fire? Wood. Sound it out with me. D. Remember, these are going to be the same. So we have w, we have oo, and we have d. Go ahead and see if you can write it over here on your own. Would. All right, my friends. So we should have W. And let's remember a W, all three of these points are touching the dotted line, and these 2 points are touching the baseline. And I told you it rhymes with this one, so the ending's going to be the same. O for and that's the second sound of O again, and D. Wood. Chop the wood. All right, if you wrote WOOD, give yourself a star or a smiley. If not, go ahead and write wood now. No worries, we'll practice our spelling words more tomorrow. All right, my friends, please take a picture of this, upload it to Seesaw. Now that both pages are done, now you may recycle this, or maybe you can draw on the back, but make sure you take a picture first. You do not need to keep this paper anymore that we've done our work. We'll start a new paper next week when we do phonics. All right, don't forget to take a picture of this and upload it to Seesaw. I'll see you next time.